Hello, Villordsutch here for Flickering Myth. I've been sent a Bitt-Boy. It's a 8-bit classic style retro games machine. It's the wee box it comes in. Very nice wee little box as well. It's like a Famicom style box. Comes with a cable. Can't remember where I put the cable. The cable connects into this port here, and you connect up to your television. It's 300 games in one. Just turn it on quickly for you. I'll do a close-up shortly. 300 games in one, including classics such as Super Mario, Contra, RoboCop, Double Dragon, etc, etc. It's got volume, in case you thought you were going deaf. It's battery powered. There's an SD card slot, it looks like. However, it's not the SD card slot. For size measurements, this is a Game Boy. This is a Bitt-Boy. I nearly dropped my Game Boy. This is a Game Boy. This is a Bitt-Boy. This is a Game Boy Color. This is a Bitt-Boy. Still, let's have a look. Game Boy Advance, still tiny. This actually fits into your shirt pocket. Tried it before. Fits into your shirt pocket. So if you want to have a sneaky game of Mario at work, you can do. It's tiny. It's nice though. The buttons are firm. Got nice press to it. Now it sounds a bit weird, but they are. Sometimes you get like a toy like this. I've had controllers where you press like the right, and all of a sudden all the rest of it goes down. But there's a fairly decent click to it. It looks alright. It does look alright. But I'm going to do a small video of me playing it in a minute. Now here, that's what it looks like when you load it up. We've got 301 games. Some of them, some of them are classics. So we've got our Double Dragons, we've got our Contra Force, we've got our Super Marios here, Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3 is excellent. We'll load it up in here, see what it looks like. What else have we got? We've got some games that aren't Nintendo classics, like Angry Bird 2. But some good ones. So we've got the NES Batman down here. But games like Power Rangers, I don't know what that is. I know what Power Rangers is, but I don't remember it on the NES. But we've got Galaxian there, Load Runner, will be interesting to see. But there's 300 games here. Donkey Kongs, they're all there. A lot of them aren't Nintendo classics. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's have a look at it. It's tiny. Give it that. Oh, so I think I saw 1914 then. Yeah, 1942. Let's load that up. Ready Player One. Hopefully you can see this. Plays alright. Keys are, like I said before, the keys have got feel great. They're nice and firm, the keys. You don't feel like when you press it down and everything goes the opposite way. Oh, boost my weapons up. Can't keep it on the screen. You can connect up to the television if you want to, but I have done that. I tried to connect up to a capture card before, but I was having no joy with that. It's alright. Nice screen. Bit of a... Nope. I notice there's a bit of a ripping at the top later on when you're playing a game. Let's go for Mario. Now, one complaint I do have about Mario is Everything's awfully small. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let's start it. It is a small device, but it's even smaller than oh, knackers. For those of us that grew up on Game Boys, they did well in making it. They did well in making it just the right size on the Game Boy. But because of this, it's a bit wee. Looks good though. Like when you're running it, there's no nastiness going on. There's no like real blurring going on, but it looks the part. Knackers. Oh, all got up. Oh. Reset it. Like I said, there's some odd games here. Like a Pocket Monster here. You'd expect this to be like a Pokemon game with the name Pocket Monster, and that's up here. When you start it, don't know what that says. Velvet. It's like a... It's like an odd platformer. I have no understanding of what's going on. See? I'm Pikachu. It looks the part. But I have no understanding of what it's supposed to be doing. You'd expect it to be like a Pokemon clone, but no, it's just a silly platformer. Looks nice though. Anyway, 300 games. Oh yes, that was what I wanted to show you. It's advertised as all in English. However, Robocop. It's the NES version. Oh, we've skipped it. Go back. Robocop. Let it load up. Come on. Such a shame that it's not a Game Boy version, just for the tune. Slowly loads. Give it a minute. You'll see what I wanted to show you. It's taking ages. It didn't seem to take ages before. Can I press the button? I don't want to press start, just in case it. Is it going to do it? Have I messed it up? Come on. Oh. It's not going to do it. It's going to make... Oh, there we go. This is it. Positive it is. Yeah, look. See? This is an English version. I'm positive. Music style. That's Robocop. Classics on there. Super Contra, Contra Force, all the rest of it. They're all on there. So if you like your beans, if you're happy enough Look, that's a bit tiny for me. But if you don't mind it, it fits nicely in your top pocket. Fits nicely in your top pocket of your shirt. If you get easily bored at work, knackers. If you're easily bored at work, you want to play a Contra at work or Mario at work, and you don't want to be caught out, the Bitt-Boy will certainly get you happy. That was it. Anyway. You turn it down, like I said. Port at the bottom, connect it to your TV. USB charge. There is a slot at the top here, which I presume was for an SD card. However, there's no mention of an SD card at all. And for the life of me, oh, there you go. I couldn't do that before. There is the rechargeable battery. So if the battery ever does go, but it doesn't take long to recharge it. That's all. And it does last a good few hours. If you ever need to change it, there it is. That's the Bitt-Boy. 301. Some classics on there, some not so classic. Right, that was me playing it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't, what are you going to do? So final thoughts really. It's small. It's easy to see it's small. However, in certain games, I would say it can be too small. Like the classic Super Mario Brothers, Mario almost becomes 4 pixels. Whereas on the classic Game Boy, Mario was easily definable. While on this, because they shrunk it down so much, it's hard to really recognise Mario from Mario. You know it's Mario because you're picking the game. But when you go like to Robocop, you can see Robocop, or that weird Pikachu Pokemon game. You can see that's what's his name, Pikachu. But some games they shrunk it down so much, it's difficult to really say it's. Oh yeah, that's Mario. You know it is, but just pushing it. There's some odd games in that mix-up. Not all of them are English translated, as they say they are. But I would say, though, in all honesty, it's worth its money. The buttons are nice. They're not flimsy. Nice click to it. Placement's odd sometimes. Like that Mario game. Look, where's my NES controller? Here it is. So the Mario, when you're running, on the original one, the buttons are side by side. However, on that Mario, they're above and below, which is odd. What else was it? I can't remember. There's something else I wanted to say. Oh, the SD card slot. Obviously, there's going to be at some point on this SD card expansion, but they decided not to do it. Well, it's odd because I bet a lot of people are going to lose an SD card in there, and there's definitely, absolutely no way you can put an SD card in that. But it's nice to have the AV cables to plug into your television. It's a shame though, because I wanted to use it on my capture card, but when I put it into my capture card, which uses AV, it showed up grey and fuzzy, which was very strange because my capture card works perfectly well with everything else. Though that could just be my capture card. It's a nice, it's got weight behind it, though the weight itself could be out, the battery, but there is weight behind it, and which makes you believe that you're getting your money's worth, which is what you want. It's sneaky because you can put it in your top pocket and have some retro gaming fun. It is worth its money. I would say it is worth its money. So if you do want to spend a few pennies or a few pounds on getting a bit of retro niceness, I would say an 8-bit boy will fill your cravings throughout the day. It will. Preloaded, 300 games, Chip and Dale, Mario, Robocop, and some oddities. Get that. Or you can buy a classic Game Boy and buy a few games. It might set you back a bit more, than one of these, but if you want a quick blast of retro gaming goodness throughout the day and not have that bulging in your pocket, a Bitt-Boy, sorry, is the way to go. But that's me off. So TTF everybody, ta-ta for now, cheerio and bye-bye. Bye-bye everybody, bye-bye. And that's the box.